Alright, so welcome back to this short series looking at the older versions of Kerbal Space Program. Today's version is 0.13.3, which is a demo version. And the reason why I'm playing the demo version rather than 13.2 is because 13.2 had some bugs in it, which was fixed for 13.3. So I'm going to head in, and for this episode I'm going to go and try and land on the Mun for the first time. Okay, so it's the Space Center overview. Nothing's changed. Into the VAB. Now I do have a mod pack installed for this particular video, and it's C7 Aerospace. However, let's start with this first. So we've got 13.3's version of C7 Aerospace. Obviously C7 Aerospace you can find in the modern versions as it was incorporated into the stock game. But at this particular present point in time, it was just a mod pack. Now the reason why I installed it, because first it's the only one I've actually got on my archive. And secondly, I wanted to try to land on the Mun, as I've already said. But there's no undercarriage or anything like that in the stock version. Unfortunately, none of the parts in C7 was actually suitable to actually try this, so we're going to try with the stock parts instead. So I'm going to put something together, and we'll head out to Launchpad and try and get onto the Mun's surface for the first time. Alright, so this is the Munshot 11. So we've got a cluster of liquid boosters. We've got 3 there, exactly the same as the second stage. Slightly shorter. I've got a ring of liquid boosters around it with these movable. These are control surfaces. Got only 3 of them now. Oh yes, and underneath, very important, the 3 cores are powered by gimbaling motors, whereas the outside boosters are fixed. We've got the 3 SAS, 3 decouplers, the non-gimbaling motor, which is this one, the LV-T30. A stack of tanks, some more SAS, the tri-coupler, decoupler, and then the landing stage. Now because we lack any really useful landing legs or anything like that, I've had to use these fins, the fixed versions, AV8 I believe. Let's have a quick look. No, AVT1. Oh, sorry, yeah, the AV-R8 is the moving version. Well, it's on the first stage. So we've got the 3 tanks. Got several, in fact, we've got quite a few struts holding the whole thing together. RCS with the tank. An SAS at the top. A decoupler, and then the command pod. Alright, so let's see if we can actually get onto the surface of the Mun. First of all, we'll try and head into orbit from the launch pad, and then we shall proceed to the Mun. Alright, so check the stage as best I can. It's as good as I can get it. As far as I know, that should be it. So I've double checked it. Okay, SAS is on. Got to full throttle. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so just made into orbit, circularized. Hopefully got enough fuel to at least push partly towards the Mun. Although, it's anybody's guess Okay, so we do need to go around once. And we'll begin the burn just before the periapsis. It's about 72.3 kilometres or so. Okay, so almost at the burn point. Just where the mouse pointer is. So we'll try and edge to there. Turn the RTS on. One thing we'll find is that this version tends to sort of roll off. Try and keep it about there on the node itself, on the prograde marker, which is easier said than done. May also run out of fuel with these second stage tanks. Which, if that happens, we have to switch to decouple and then burn with the spacecraft's tank itself. So just touch the line. Okay, about there. Alright, so we have a periapsis. 490 kilometers, that's not too bad. I've got a slight, just a slight incline on the elevation. I was going to try and correct that, while also bringing down the periapsis slightly. So I don't have to bring the apoapsis down quite from such a massive altitude once we... It's quite a large stage though. Still, we've got the second stage. There's a few seconds worth of burn time in it, so I brought it with us. About there. Okay. Put the other side. Put the same place again. Try and bring that elevation down slightly. Okay. Okay, let's let that go. Okay, about just under 200 kilometers at the closest approach. I suppose it's 11,400 kilometers. It's not too bad. That's all I wanted to fix, that. That way slightly. That'd be pretty easy to fix, even if I wanted to fix it, which I don't think I need to. Alright, so once we get to the perhaps this will burn again retro on the horizon this time. And bring the apoapsis down to about circularized. Then we'll look for a decent place to land. Okay. So slightly after the periapsis, a little bit too late onto the node. Shouldn't cause too much of a problem. Should be about just about right for inclination. Let's just check it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's carry on. Try and bring that down. A bit awkward trying to turn the SAS off each time I want to correct anything. Ooh. Okay. Because I could have brought the SAS, the smart SAS with me, but doesn't seem to be working. It's the last time I'd used it, it wasn't working properly. Down to about 30 kilometres. Okay, so I think we'll go from about 30 kilometres. So we're going anti-clockwise. No, we're not. We're going clockwise. So we're approaching the apoapsis. So going that way around. Okay, so circularization burn completed. We have periapsis of just over 25.5 kilometres. The apoapsis of just under 31 kilometres. So, where shall we land? We can go on as many times as we want to. It's a stable orbit. This area isn't quite flat. I'm thinking about here. Okay, so it still might not exactly be like precisely flat, but it probably stand more of a chance of finding somewhere to actually land on. Now, obviously, ideally, I'd like to try in here, but I don't want to spend the delta V to increase the elevations. Because we just spent delta V correcting it, because it was quite a fair bit out. So I think we'll go for this area. Now the moon should be rotating in an anti-clockwise direction, because it orbits in that way, this direction. So I don't think we need to worry about this part going dark. The large crater may be. So that's what we'll do. We shall wait until we come to about here. We shall begin the retro burn. Bring lateral velocity down first. Kill it, hopefully right directly over here. So it comes down to 0. We shall then begin the vertical descent phase. Okay, so we are just about in the correct position. Yep. Okay, we're going to turn SAS off. Oh, yeah, that's enough. If we can get on target. Okay, there we go. So, kill lateral movement, all velocity. And that retrograde marker should be pointing directly downwards, I believe, towards the surface. Okay. So on the surface now, 400 meters per second. So when it goes to 0, these should go directly down towards the surface of the moon. Once that is the case, we shall kill the throttle and then reposition vertically. Okay, just about there. For some reason this is always rolling off. Oops. It should be. You can see it rolling. Constantly moving, bouncing around. Try and get that X directly vertical. Which is easier said than done. And that's all you've really got to go on. Okay, so to the right should be 90. Okay, that's fine. You can see it rolling off. I'm not actually doing any roll control except when I try to correct it. That makes it extremely awkward to be able to correct. And yes, it doesn't help either. It's slightly of assistance, but not really that much. Okay, there we go. Hopefully we've got next to no lateral movement. Just trying to correct it like this can be almost impossible. Okay, I'm going to make the RCS come on to live. Okay. Got plenty of fuel left. So there's no reason to take any chances. Coming up to 13.5 hours into the flight. Okay, 30 meters a second and 3 kilometers. So I can relax it a little bit. Max it a little bit further down. A bit fast on the descent. So we still have this central tank, as I already mentioned, which is completely untouched. So of course another way would have been not to actually join them directly to the tank. These 3 lateral tanks, laterally attached tanks I should say, I could have actually attached them using decouplers. That way when we lift off back off the Mun, if that was possible, could do so by leaving some mass behind. But unfortunately this version of the Mun, as soon as we touch down it will switch everything off including the motor. And any stages that we may add above this to try and compensate actually turn off the decouplers, just turn off the activate. Centimeters. Alright, so that is that. So showing 28 meters. Okay, can't be helped. Alright, fellas. Even Jeb looks speechless. Oh, there you go. Bill, Jeb. Come on, Bob, give us a smile. Come on, Bob, give us a smile. Yeah, I think it's probably worked out we can't actually get back from the Mun. Because if we throttle up, there's no activity on the engine. So as I was saying, as we're descending, even if you have a stage above here, what actually happens when you touch down is that it snaps. The decoupler just, well, all the physics turns off and it just falls over. And you've got a rocket in bits. So, fortunately, that is it. We cannot get Bill, Bob, or Jeb back to Kirby. Not in this version. Which is a shame. And they also can't get out for a walk either. Which is another shame. Oh well, never mind. Alright, so that's the end of this episode. So unfortunately, we cannot get Bill, Bob or Jeb back to Kerbal Firma. Not in this particular version anyway. Alright, but that's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to click like. It's appreciated. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy the content. That is also very much appreciated. Also, sharing the videos on the channel helps the channel grow and is extremely appreciated. Alright, so don't forget to leave a comment or ask a question if you so wish. You're more than welcome to do that. And we also have Discord, Facebook and Twitter. You'll find the link to all three of those platforms on the banner on the front page of the channel. Alright, so once again, thank you for watching. As always, take care and bye bye.